You write in the book, you use the phrase that I thought was very interesting. The phrase is the intelligence of the body's energies. What do you mean by that?
Oh, the longer you're in energy medicine, the more you understand what that means. That it floors me even to this day. And I started doing this professionally in '77, so a long time ago. But I'm still thrilled and floored by witnessing and experiencing just how intelligent the body is, and how these energy systems, it's like these energy systems were mapped, maybe a couple of million years ago. And so they have learned how to be in sync with the body. But if you will get out of the way and not interfere with too much Western medicine, by pharmaceuticals, then your body, if you start holding points in different places or tracing meridians, you will tap into and align with your energies, and then you will start following where your energy is leading, and it will do things that you weren't even planning. Maybe you were planning to get rid of your cold, but your energy will keep going and open up, and suddenly you can think better, or suddenly you have your vitality back, or it will do other things. I think you get younger as you get older. Yeah, that's I'm not going to say I think. I know you do. You teach your body how to get over bad habits in your body. Like maybe your body has a habit of getting tired at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, you can change that habit. You can change that habit, and your energies will not only jump on board, but take it to the next step so that you can truly get your vitality back.
Donna, I feel like I am so ready to begin doing this in my life. So you're here for a really good reason.
Yay!
I'm really glad
I'm
about
so
that.
glad.
I'm really glad.
About time, Joel.
About time, I know. Well, there's another phrase that you use that I think is really interesting from the book. You say that energy work is soul work. What does that mean?
Oh, yes. What happens, first of all, is when you find that you can take an illness away, or when you find that you are really empowered, first of all, it just begins with you get more joy. You get more that sense of, a self-concept that is higher. But the longer you're in it, it will tap you into more depth, more meaning. So that empowerment goes very deep inside of you. And if you are, say, struggling through some psychological issue in your life, you will find ways to move deeper and faster through things. And so it humbles you, and you start connecting up with other people's souls more than, say, their personalities. It's like that becomes more interesting to you, and you like people better and better, and all of that is good stuff.
Now, what has been the reaction from the medical community towards this?
Well, I've seen a shift, in 1977, let me tell you, there were a lot of doctors in the hospital in around 1979 who were taking me to court because I was practicing medicine without a license.
Is that right?
Yes, but it was dropped because they couldn't find one single person who was willing to testify against me, because they said they got better. And so 10 years later, those same doctors, they were from a hospital, invited me to come in and start teaching classes at the hospital. So that was in the 80s, and you've just seen it go up. And now in the 2000s, there are many, many doctors who are using this now, and they have a network of doctors who stay in contact with one another if they want to ask something about energy and how would you use it here, and nurses get continuing education credit for learning it, and doctors are much more willing, because they realize also that they have very little time with a patient. They have to shuffle them through, and so if patients are taking responsibility for their own health, then all the better for them. Plus, yeah, I would say that, like many doctors, for instance, can't take on new patients because they've had the same patients. But if those old patients who are coming perhaps to the doctor just for simple answers for things, were learning how to take care of their own body and be empowered, then the doctor has time to open up his doors or her doors to more patients. So I think what we're seeing is doctors are not so skeptical any longer. And if they are skeptical, I like skeptics. I like to teach a skeptic because they turn around. But more and more doctors are even teaching patients things.
Well, I know that the crowds that you speak to, they've been growing and growing and
Yes.
growing over the years, and I bet there's a lot of the medical community in your crowds.
Absolutely, yes. And I think in a few months we're going to be teaching to a consortium of about 3 or 4 hospitals together, and so it's like the world is changing.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful, and it's natural, and it's right, and you can live longer and a better life. How's that?
There you go. What else do you want?
Okay.
You know, a question just occurred to me. I know you speak to lots of people on a variety of different topics. They probably seek you out because they have certain kind of ailments. What are the general ailments that what are the things that people complain about the most?
That's an interesting question that I think has changed over time. One of the things that that comes up a lot in my classes are autoimmune illnesses. And truth is, Western medicine is the first to admit that all they can do is maybe suppress those symptoms, but they can't cure it. Well, energy medicine does cure autoimmune illnesses. It does, because it's simply your energies have turned against you in one shape or another. And so if you get in alignment with your energies suddenly back off and aren't going to do those same things anymore. So this is like a lot of people come for autoimmune illnesses and turn things around. A lot of fibromyalgias, a lot of multiple sclerosis, a lot of, you just, any of the autoimmunes. But a lot of people are tired these days, and they are wanting to find a way to get their energies back. And women, a lot of women are coming for hormones, but a lot of men are starting to come for their hormones, which is interesting to me. So since energy medicine for women came out, it's shifted a lot. And so women who don't want to take replacement hormones, are wanting to find out energetic ways. And since energy is the foundation for all hormones, this is just a natural.
So if somebody was interested in learning more about this, obviously they can read the books Energy
Yes.
Medicine and Energy Medicine for Women. That's a great place to start. And what other opportunities do they have?
Well, we teach classes all over the world, but so do a lot of other teachers now. You might find somebody in your community. If you go to learnenergymedicine.com, we have people listed there and with their pictures of which communities they're in, people who are more advanced. You can find that out, and you can find out where our classes are. And yeah.
So that's learnenergymedicine.com.
Yes, and yes.
Great. Well, I know we're going to practice a little bit on me and also on your editor, Sarah Carter.
Okay.
And we're going to ask you to also do a reading. So I can't wait to see.
Okay.
So we get to see a little bit about what you see.
Okay. All right.
I'll be your guinea pig.
Okay.